And there's a generation of young people who are sitting, some of them sitting in this audience, who are moving away from, the lies of Mandela to say, actually, we want the land. You know, Ms. Chava, I'm sitting as a black, poor, dispossessed woman in this country and having to listen to Monique saying she's not guilty. But I'm living under white supremacy right now. And we skip away of the violence of white supremacy because we talk about the township, we talk about poverty as things that are it's just irrelevant. That lady's story is so powerful because it's the story of my mother, it's my story, it's the story of every black person in this room who has been dispossessed, who lives under violence every day in this country. So I'm sorry, Sarah, I don't want you to live in ways that you want to give back the land, because I want to take back the land, because for me, psychologically, it's very important that I take back the land. You don't give it back to me because it was taken back forcefully under colonialism. So I want to decolonize this country. And maybe if it means that an army of black people in this country take arms in order to do that, then maybe it needs to happen. But I'm tired of these debates.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Dash Lifestyle. Kindly for watching me for the first time, remember to subscribe, like, share, and also comment. To my returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back and watching my video. Thank you so much for the love and support, and greetings to my brothers and sisters all the way from Caribbean country. So guys, in today's video, I want us to watch this video from African lady. She came out and defend Africa, Jamaica, and some countries in the Caribbean from these white people. And also she's tired of how these white people, they are taking the black people land. And also she was defending his country, South Africa, to tell these white people, we are tired of you taking our property, we are tired of you taking our land. So kindly guys, I want you to watch this video, how this this African lady shut down the white panelists in this conversation that they were doing in South Africa. Kindly watch this video till the end, then I'll be back with more comments.
So, Wanelisa, why are you so obsessed with whiteness? Why can't we be preoccupied with being successful in business, in the arts? I mean, like Ferial Hafaji says in her book, what if there were no white people?
I think for me, I'm not obsessed with whiteness. I'm obsessed with black liberation. And I'm obsessed with the rebuilding of black humanity in this country. So to read my obsession with black liberation as an obsession with whiteness, I think is incorrect, because we live in a society that is very dishonest about the kind of power, the kind of brutality that white bodies, even without doing anything, hold. And so for PJ Powers to come and sing a very mediocre song and make money over the years about using Zulu culture and using cultural appropriation is exact kinds of power that white people hold in this space. And there's a generation of young people who are sitting, some of them sitting in this audience, who are moving away from the lies of Mandela to say, actually, we want the land at this point in time.
Woo! Good job. PJ, I'll give you the honor of replying. Yeah.
With regards to Jabulani, in 1982, it was probably before you were born, I went into Soweto with a rock song called You're So Good to Me. It didn't have a black note on it. I think some of the older people may remember it. It was You're So Good to Me. It was a rock song that suddenly charted on the Radio Zulu charts. So if you think that I adapted black culture, that is not the case at all. In fact, the black people put me on their wings, okay, and carried me, and have ever since. It is something I'm incredibly proud and grateful for. And it hurts me to see somebody that I have fought for my entire life, okay, in my own way, in what I can do. I'm not a politician, I'm not a statistician, I can't do any of those things. What I can do is talk out about whinging whites that we have in this country. And I will always have loved and always will love this country. The book that I've written is dedicated to the people of Soweto.
All right. Rebecca, are all white people racist?
100%. How can you be a white South African and not be racist? And I don't mean that in the way of you necessarily consciously think that black people are inferior. I mean that there is just no way that you could have been born into this society without internalizing racist assumptions. But let's not make that the end of the conversation. It's not racist, it's just a fact. Let's not make that the end of the conversation. Let's say, yes, sure, we are all racist, and what are we going to do about it? Let's move on. Let's not make that the final insult.
Monique, do you agree with Rebecca saying 100%?
No,
all white people are racist?
I totally disagree with what she's saying. I think that whiteness and white privilege has become this buzzword that you hear all the time. But actually, it's a way to silence anyone that is not of color. What she was basically saying is, if you are a white person, you are racist just because you are white, without any evidence. I am not a racist person. I respect all people. I respect black people, white people, colored people. So I feel it's very offensive to say that all white people are racist. It's just not true. And I think that to make whiteness the enemy is easier to fight than to fight the crippling corruption, to fight unemployment, to fight, to fight the wealth gap, because the political leaders that we have cannot fight that stuff. They don't have the skills to fight that, and then they make race the problem.
Lovelyn?
For me, an ideal South Africa would be a South Africa where we have white maids, white security guards, white people in informal settlements, and then we have more black people in positions, you know, as more black lawyers, more black accountants, more black people living in decent housing, etc.
All right. Ayabonga, who's doing the oppressing?
Look, I think it's a combination of the historically white entrenched and established interests in South Africa, combined with, of course, this new black elite that Utatu Mpeki is talking about. I mean, if you think about BEE, it's all it is just crumbs trickling off the white table in service and in perpetuation and in continuation of the ritual.
I just want to say something. You know, the most disempowering, destructive and devastating racism is not personal racism. The penny sparrows can spew as much racist filth as they want to. It doesn't kill anyone. You must address the fact that the ANC left intact, virtually untouched. This, when Malema and them speak about white monopoly capital, it's not a myth. It's a devastating reality in the lives of people.
Yeah.
So, you know, the question of the black elite, it's true they're feeding from the crumbs that fall from the table of white monopoly capital, but what you also need to address is that the intra-racial, meaning within the black population, growing class inequalities has now outstripped the interracial inequalities between black and white. This is it. The Anglo-Americans, all of these people dominate this economy. This jobless bloodbath that Bhavi speaks about is a direct consequence of the fact that this economy, where it's a powerful country, we live in the most powerful city in Africa, Johannesburg, and people are living in shacks. That is the most important racism that's linked to to institutional structural issues that I want to hear more about, and I'm not hearing that. I don't want to talk about the penny sparrows. Thanks.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so Monique, I'd like to bring you here into the conversation. We've heard a poem that absolutely captures white guilt. Do you feel guilty?
I feel that I don't have to apologize because I personally did not take part in apartheid. And in my heart,
So
I
can
feel
we say
sorry.
no?
Yeah, I
You
feel
don't feel
sorry for
guilty?
each and every person that was disadvantaged by apartheid. But you can't say that young people today still have to apologize. We also want to...
I don't think anyone's just asking for an apology. I think that happened with the TRC. So, Wanelisa.
You know, Ms. Chaba, I'm sitting as a black, poor, dispossessed woman in this country and having to listen to Monique saying she's not guilty. But I'm living under white supremacy right now. And we skip away of the violence of white supremacy because we talk about the township, we talk about poverty as things that are it's just irrelevant. That lady's story is so powerful because it's the story of my mother, it's my story, it's the story of every black person in this room who has been dispossessed, who lives under violence every day in this country. So I'm sorry, Sarah, I don't want you to live in ways that you want to give back the land, because I want to take back the land, because for me, psychologically, it's very important that I take back the land. You don't give it back to me because it was taken back forcefully under colonialism. So I want to decolonize this country. And maybe if it means that an army of black people in this country take arms in order to do that, then maybe it needs to happen. But I'm tired of these debates. I'm tired of these debates.
Is that progressive or regressive? Do we need to have war for that to happen? I don't think so. What do you think?
When you've taken the land back, make sure you give it to the rightful owners in terms of the truth. Give it to the Khoi and the San people there. Yes! They are the rightful owners. If you want to take back the land, give it to the rightful owners. But you see, the problem is this.
So are you saying that black people are also not the rightful owners of this land?
If the black people are the rightful owners, where did they get the land?
Is that what you're saying?
No. History is much more complicated than that. Much more complicated. And we can go and have a look at that. But it's a myth. It's a myth to just claim that everything belonged to this, nothing belonged to that. It's a myth. If people start talking about war, we are in a very, very dangerous situation. It's very easy to incite violence. You don't know what you're talking about now. I would suggest that we all move away from that.
Wait a second. Hold on a second.
And luckily I know that the majority of people in this country from different communities are not interested in violence. They are not interested in conflict and war. Those are side elements that should not be allowed to destroy the fabric of social cohesion in this country.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Social cohesion.
If you want my land, you can come and take it right now. I've never owned any land anywhere, ever. I'd like to make a proposal, though. Right? In all these debates, a lot of people forget, right, that our government actually owns almost half of all the land in South Africa.
No, that's not true. Don't lie. You're lying. You're lying.
At national and provincial level, it's 24%, and at municipal level, we don't really know, but we estimate about 25%.
All right, let's let him finish.
Also, the government owns a lot of national assets in terms of state-owned enterprises, right? And a lot. It's not only the big guys, right? Why would the government need to own a diamond mine, right? Now, the government could, in very short order, right, make a huge dent in economic inequality. I'm not saying it's going to solve all the problems, right, but make a huge difference, right, by giving that back to the people. Right? It used to belong to the apartheid government, now it belongs to the ANC government. Right? Go along with the Freedom Charter. Say, let the people own these national assets. Right? They did that with Telkom. To an extent.
All right. Okay. Henny, are we destined for war?
I don't think we should wish for war. I think, Masachaba, we speak easily about it, and I understand our frustration, but I think we must, in respecting those who have fought for our freedom and who have fallen, we shouldn't wish this thing back upon us. But equally must, and it is our freedom for all of us and a responsibility to act. And I say equally for white people to act responsibly. And while we talk about the land issue, and it is fundamental, I think equally we have to talk about our economy. We have to say every year about 300 billion rand leaves this country in capital that very wealthy people own, which they move offshore. It's a fundamentally unpatriotic act that happens of undermining the future of this country. It's that which we need to equally hold responsible, to say to those who have money that we are going to look at ways in which that money must be reinvested in the future of all of our people.
All right.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video and you have seen how this African lady, she was so angry to these white people simply because this lady, she feel like we are tired of being oppressed by these white people. How comes these white people, they are coming to South Africa, they are taking our land, they are the owners of our land. And also when you go and look to the to South Africa economy, for those people who are really, really rich, and for those people who are controlling the economy of South Africa. It is the white people. The white people, they are now owning like 90% of South Africa. This is to tell you that majority of the black people in South Africa, they are still living in poor. Majority of them, they don't have land. And also there have been a fight between the white people and the black people in South Africa. For me, I keep on telling you that the person who was brought all this problem, and also it was Nelson Mandela, simply because we know Nelson Mandela, he was a man of peace. He wanted peace in his country, and that's why when he was being jailed, when he was coming out of prison, he came out and signed and say that there is no need of people fighting. For those white people who they have land, they can keep that land, they can own that land. And for those black people who they have also have the land, they can keep that land, they can own that land, instead of fighting the black people and the white people. So because of that, how Nelson Mandela, he was able to bring peace in South Africa. And the people, the white people, they have now started to take more advantage to the South African people. They are now buying more lands. They are now making the black people in South Africa to be not owning any land. They are also going ahead and buying some of the lands and forcing the black people in South Africa to buy. They are forcing them to sell their land to them so that they can be the rightful owner of their land. And because of this, it has brought so many problems to the black people in South Africa. And this is to tell you, why are these people so much so they want so much Africa land? Why are they want to own our land? Simply because these people, they know Africa, it has a lot of resources. Africa, we have a lot of resources. We have gold, we have minerals. Africa land, it is blessed. And these people, they know that if they want to control Africa, they will start by owning the land. If they will start by owning the land, they will now control Africa. And that's why these people, they are going further and buy land. So many people of them right now, they are buying land here in Africa. And also, when you sit down, for us black people, these people, they cannot allow us black people to own land in their country. Yes, these people, they cannot allow us black people to own a land in America. They cannot allow us to own a land in China, in UK, in Canada. These people, they cannot. Why are we Africa so easy to allow them to own a land here in Africa? Why are we African people, why are we black people very stupid to allow these people to own a piece of land in our continent, in our country? It is now the right time. If these people, they want to own a land, also they need to allow us also to own a land in their country. It needs to be a two-way traffic. You own here land, also for us black people, we own there a land. I've never seen any single black person owning a land in United States or in Canada. There is no anyone who will be allowed to own a land in United States, in Canada, in UK. There is no. Why are they coming in South Africa and fighting the people of South Africa so that they can own a land? And also right now, these people, they really want to take over South Africa. Majority of South Africa, there's been a fight going on between the white people. The white people, they are now sidelining with the black people in South Africa. Yeah, they are now sidelining, and also they are fighting so hard so that they can own big shares of the government in South Africa. So right now, they are now making the black people in South Africa to be oppressed. They are now making the black people in South Africa to be homeless. And that's why you have seen how this lady, she's very angry, defending her own country, simply because this lady, she's really tired seeing how their fellow black people, the owners of the land, they don't have a land, while these people, they are leaving their country to come and oppress them in their own country. This also, it is happening in some countries in the Caribbean, like in Jamaica. The other day, the Jamaicans, they were complaining the Chinese, they are taking over. The Chinese, they have come in Jamaica. They have bought land. These people, they are owning a big businesses in Jamaica. Right now, it is owned by the Chinese people. These people, The Chinese people, they are buying some of the land. They are now building the big hotel. And also, these people, after building the big hotel, also, they are now sidelining. They don't want black people to come in their hotel. This is to tell you that these people, they want also to take over the Jamaica. And also, when you sit down and see, you can not, these people, they cannot also allow the Jamaican or black people in Jamaica to go in China and buy a land and give them a title deed so that they can become a rightful owner of the land. These people, they cannot allow that one. And why are Jamaicans so easy to allow them to own a land? This also needs to be reversed. These people, if they cannot allow the black Jamaicans to own a land in China, also the government of Jamaica, the government of Jamaica need also to stop these people owning the land in Jamaica. The same way in Africa, we as African also, we need to come together, we need to unite, we need to kick these people out of our country. Look what Ibrahim Traoré is doing. Ibrahim Traoré is kicking all the colonizers, is changing the system in his country, and that's why majority of the West, majority of the colonizers, they are not happy with Ibrahim Traoré. Right now, they want to finish Ibrahim Traoré. They are trying in any way to bring Ibrahim Traoré down, and that's why the other day I was telling you that we as African people, we as black people, we need to support and we need to help Ibrahim Traoré. Ibrahim Traoré is showing us the way that it is possible to develop our country without depending in Western country, without depending in colonizers' country. We need to kick them out. I need to see South Africa coming together, joining hand, and also removing these colonizers in their country. These people, they want you people to fight. These people, they want they want to oppress they want to oppress the black people in South Africa so that it can become so easy for them to take over their country. Yeah, these people, they want to turn South Africa to be a white country. And that's why these people, they are fighting so hard. Right now, we have like 80% of white people in South Africa. Why are they migrating to South Africa? Why are they doing this to South African people? They need to leave South Africa. Right now, they are deporting the illegal immigrant in their country. Look what Donald Trump he promised during his campaign. He's going to deport illegal immigrant back to their country. Also, South Africa, they need to do the same. They need to deport all white immigrant, illegal immigrant back to their country. It needs to be a two-way traffic. So kindly guys, I'm not promoting any violence. For me, I'm just I want to see my fellow black people living in good life, living in benefiting from what they have in their country. We cannot have these other people coming to our country and benefit from our country. Look what it is happening in Haiti. It is because of these Western people. It is because of these white people they have done in Haiti. Right now, Haiti it is not in peace. The Asian people, they are fighting back their country. And when we see these Asian people, they are also black people. Haiti it is a predominantly black nation. Majority of them, they came from Africa. And right now they are fighting back their country. And the people who have destroyed Haiti, it is not, it is the white people. They were taking resources from Haiti. They were buying land in Haiti. They were oppressing the Asian people. This is how these people, they are doing to our African country. They don't want to see African becoming stable. All they want to see, it is bringing Africa down. They want to see Africa going down so that they can be on top. So kindly guys, subscribe if you haven't, like this video, share, and also comment. See you on my next one. Bye bye.